From its beginnings, archaeology has sought to answer one fundamental question. When did human civilization begin? Where is the origin of our current way of life? And for a long time, the archaeological community agreed that there were only 6 societies in the entire world that were capable of generating civilizations in antiquity: Mesopotamia, Egypt, India, China, Mesoamerica, and Peru, and believed that the youngest settlements located in the Americas. However, one discovery made on the Peruvian coast in 1994 would change this theory for all time. Caral Supe, the oldest civilization in the Americas. The city of Caral, capital of one of the world's oldest civilizations, lies in the Supe River Valley, located between the north-central Andes and the Pacific Ocean, and only 182 kilometers from the city of Lima. Ruth Shadi, a Peruvian archaeologist, came to this place in 1994, and there she made one of the most important archaeological discoveries in history.
This city was previously designed. Its construction was planned, and this shows us that there was a social hierarchy and a government, as well as an organized labor force. This is something that is demonstrated throughout the entire work, and is so well highlighted that visitors can actually see it. 5,000 years ago, when the Sumerian cities in Mesopotamia, or the pyramids in Giza, in Egypt, were being built, here, urban centers like this one at Caral, which would have been one of the most important, were being constructed in this valley and others in the north-central region of Peru. This changes all our known history, because Caral now becomes the main culture, which Julio Cetello had already identified some decades before in Chavin de Huántar. Now, we know that Chavin de Huántar was a continuation of a much older cultural tradition that would have begun 5,000 years ago. It is enough to visit Caral to have an idea of what the cultural process was that 4,400 years later gave rise to the Inca Empire.
The city of Caral was the main administrative center of a collection of 19 populated villages, which made up the Caral Supe civilization, and even today continues to provide us with new information about South America's oldest civilization. Caral appeared around the year 2900 BC and was the home of a pre-ceramic civilization that based its existence on trade. Initially, it exchanged the cotton it cultivated for products from the sea that came from coastal villages. Little by little, its area of commercial influence grew to include what is today part of Ecuador and even the highland jungle. Evidence of this is the different marine, Andean, and Amazonian products that have been found during the excavation. Fish and shellfish from the coast, Ecuadorian shellfish like the spondylus, mollusks and natural plants from the jungle like anato and gourds, and vegetable remains from the highlands like cacti and the yoke tree, as well as birds like the red-billed parakeets and condors.